Welcome to Rhinos and Aliens.
Are you religious or spiritual? And explain why.
This is the first question?
Yes.
Damn. Okay.
Right.
I'm never going to be the religious type from what we know of religion. I would have to say I'm naturally a spiritual person just for the simple fact I go to the tune of my own boat. But yes, I am naturally a spiritual person. I respect the concept of religion in its most purest sense in terms of how it creates a family environment, how it's supposed to pass down stories and what's the word? Not principles, but yeah, principles too. The whole point of religion is not tradition. How religion?
Principle, yeah, it's principle.
Yeah,
it's definitely principle.
So I respect it, but what religion has turned into, I can't get behind it. And I'm always making new shit up anyway, so I feel religion is very stagnant, and spirituality is at least of the two, spirituality is more
focused on growth.
Yeah,
and
fluent.
not on ritualistic behaviors and shit like that in principle.
Yes. Yeah.
Would you pick the red or blue pill? Unpleasant truth or blissful ignorance, and why?
Okay, so initially I was 100% unpleasant truth.
Oh! I'm sorry. It's been episodes. Every episode he says, What? Okay, I'm ready. I'm so ready to hear this. I'm so ready.
And I am still on that bandwagon.
Oh, fuck.
I signed her out.
Oh, my God. What?
You got played.
Fuck you.
I'm sorry, I had to. No, but to be fair, before I completely ignored blissful ignorance, but now I can at least understand and respect why people do go with that. Because the only reason why I'm saying that, it depends what you want out from life. If you view this to be the only life you will have and you want it to be a meaningful life, then at the end of the day, you just want to perceive something good. So that's why you want blissful ignorance. But the way my mind is programmed, no matter how painful the truth is, I just need the truth. Because if it's not 100% the truth, I'm always going to be thinking about the other side, no matter how good the side I'm currently on is. So that's why I go with the painful truth. Yeah.
So
how do you feel about that?
Do you think that maybe... Okay, so you said you understand why people would choose ignorance. If they didn't know any better, to have the ability to choose, would that still be the life you chose for yourself? If you didn't know if it was only one life to live, if those were really the things, if those were really the questions that you had before anything.
Oh, to answer that question, I would say if something is going so good, I'm going to question if it's even real to begin with.
See, that's the thing about ignorance. If you're completely ignorant, then you don't know what's real and what's fake.
No, but I disagree with that. I think it's a mindset. Because
I agree. I'm not thinking that we're including all of that shit. So I guess so.
No, but that's how my brain is automatically working. You know,
that's exactly why you choose the red pill.
Yeah. But now I understand why some people might go with the blue pill.
I'm glad that you were open-minded enough to actually understand why people would choose differently.
No, because this question, it comes down to what do you perceive as reality and what do you want reality to be?
Yeah. Of course your conscience wants reality to be the truth, but...
No, but that's not necessarily true. Your conscience...
I was referring...
Oh, my bad. Okay. Yeah, go on. Continue.
And so, you confuse. That threw me off. So my thought kind of. I'll explain it later.
Yeah, I'll be better. I didn't mean to.
It's okay. we both.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. You subconscious. You wanna ask the next question? Fat boy.
Oh yeah, because I was a little confused. But what are your long-term goals?
Oh, this is the question that really got me sweating when I thought about my interview. My long-term goals.
Me being me, I did know your long-term goals when we was little. Reality slapped the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
You're
Reevaluating.
Yes, you reevaluated it. You thought about it. You processed it. And then you was like, fuck it.
Yeah. Honestly speaking, my long-term goals just from a year ago has changed quite a bit. And from 4 years ago, it is literally rhinos and aliens. It's completely different. Most people who knew me when I was younger, they look at me now and I just imagine they're disappointed because I was this valedictorian. I got into Canisius, could have had a full ride. I'm going to be an accountant, blah, blah, blah. And now I am working job to job and I'm unemployed. So that's to answer the question. My long-term goals are to be in a situation where I am not going to a job, but I'm going to a career, however many days it is a week. I'm sincerely happy from a day-to-day basis. I'm not saying I'm happy 24/7, but I am happy. Like when I'm around you guys, I am genuinely happy. Yeah, we argue, and yeah, that pisses me off. But that's
family.
That's passion. Mm-hmm. That's passion. My long-term goals, I want to be in a situation where I have family, I have a career, and I have a reason to live. The moment I am not growing, I am dying. And I don't want that.
That is going to be the quote of this episode. If I'm not growing, I'm dying. And for anybody who's fucking disappointed in me, Francis Mandrala, because I was all that hot shit and y'all know me to do day by day shit, I started the #1 podcast in Western New York. Francis Mandrala. Me. Okay. Suck my dick. I'm happy.
Thank
you're
you.
not. You lame ass bitches. Get off welfare. Think about it on a general perspective. Whether it's his goals, his mindset, his hygiene, his ambition, his fucking looks, all of that stuff, people do complete 360 changes. We're literally kids in an adolescent phase, reaching teenage years. You don't change. You don't really actually change as a person until you've already been an adult, experience things, and then you're like in your you go through like your midlife crisis. I feel like because until you're like 25, you're finding yourself. So who you used to be is who you never really were. You were just in the middle of a fucking transition. We were kids. We're still figuring shit out. So
I can relate to that.
I feel people, especially our generation, they focus on all the major things way too much. And they don't realize you can't build the pyramids if you don't have the million stones in the process.
So, who are you in the dark? Explain it literally or metaphorically, please.
Okay.
And let us know, literally or metaphorically.
Okay. Okay, so when we interviewed Danielle, he was pretty open about this. And to be fair, I can't be a hypocrite. So I am about to get very realistic here. At least as good as I can.
Do I need to spark my blunt? I'm scared.
Okay, so when my conscience was talking about me growing and all that type of stuff, that is true. Because whenever I'm around anybody, especially when I'm supporting or putting out the positivity of rhinos and aliens, I'm putting my best self forward. Yet what many people don't know is that I am actually this depressed, wimp ass. I feel when somebody's depressed, words can't really put it into words. Words can't put it into a concept and do it justice. And I'm not talking about something bad happens and you get depressed. I'm talking about you got 8 hours of sleep, you had a healthy day prior, and you just wake up and you feel like you want to end it. For example, when somebody's telling a story, you hear that story and you try to relate to that story, but you could still never quite actually feel what that person is saying because depending on that situation, it's just words can never truly describe what's going on. For example, love. What is love? How do you describe love? And even when you, let's say you could describe love as perfectly as you can, it's still never
Good enough.
is good enough to bring back those emotions of how you felt during that time. Am I naturally a bipolar person? And am I naturally a depressed person? That's the whole point of why I've been trying to be as healthy as I can. I've been fasting for the past month. I've been trying to fast for at least 16 hours every single day. I'm trying to cut out grains. I'm drinking a shitload of water. I'm trying to get 7.5, 8 hours of sleep. But when you do everything that has been documented to help something and it still doesn't work, what does that mean? How do you get? Do you stay in denial, or do you just admit the truth that maybe you are this bipolar, depressed individual?
Well, you have questions that are supposed to have answers, and these questions still don't have answers. So how do you answer?
Exactly.
Well, I'm asking you. You're asking me, and I'm telling. The questions just continue.
I know it's like it's a never-ending loop. It's as if you're putting your dick in her mouth and it's coming out the butthole and going back in her mouth. How does this work?
I just would have thought you would have compared it to the human centipede or some shit, but that was a lot. I just saw
What
a
the
whole
fuck?
dick loop. Like, I just saw it loop, and I don't understand how it just fit back in if it's already in.
Exactly. But this is the thing. This is the thing too. Do you want to be dependent on a man-made thing for the rest of your life? Or do you just want to face the demon that you have within inside of you and be able to control it? If you want to subscribe, just hit this bad boy up here, that big fat rhino. If you want the newest video, to the right. If you want the recommended, to the left. And then, of course, our personal dick pic. Yep, right below. So thank you for joining us once again, and we hope to see you next week. So peace out.
Peace.